Hi, my name is Isabella Combe, and today we'll be talking and painting some lilies. So my game plan for targeting this painting is I'll first do a layer of wet on wet, charging the main flowers with all the colors I see, a lot of pinks and a little bit of blues here and there, yellows and lime greens in the center. I probably won't really touch too much of these little pollen spots because they're very hard edges over here, and they don't they're gonna bleed if it's all wet everywhere. And then I'm gonna leave the background for after everything dries. Then I'm gonna paint the background. After that, my third area will be the details. So that's usually the 3 different steps I'll take. I usually like to prop my watercolor block at an angle. That way gravity kind of helps me paint too, and let the paint sink in and all that. And it also is just, it's always a nice practice to have that. Like, it will make the paint go evenly and it doesn't puddle up so much. If you have too much water, it will kind of drip down to the bottom, and sometimes it creates nice effects and textures too. First, adding the yellows that I see. I'm gonna pay attention how my picture reference, how it has that yellow right in the center and then gliding all the way out. And it won't drip all the way down to the bottom. Now I'm using some cerulean blue. See it around the edge here? And I'm not gonna worry about it going outside to the background either, because once again, I plan to have a darker background, which will cover up these colors. So don't worry too much about painting outside of the lines or the edges. Just a really nice layer. When you're doing the terminology for adding another layer of light color on top of some already dried area that has color on it, it's called glazing. It's just like making cake or dessert, creme brulee, something glazed something. So you're basically mixing 2 layers of color together. You're not mixing it on the palette and then adding to the paper, but you're putting another layer of color on top. We're just gonna touch up on the details. So I'm gonna show you the reference here again. I'm gonna say what we're gonna do here. We're probably mostly gonna finish up these stems, define them, add these big pollen bits, and these splatter these little parts around here too, and also kind of sharpen some edges here and there. As you can see, this part can go a little darker. This can add a little bit of sharpness to it, and here. And that's pretty much it, and it will be done. It doesn't quite have to look 100% alike, but as close as possible. I'm gonna also add some yellow down at the stems down here, but I'm definitely diluting that because I don't want them to stand out quite so much. It's a perfect time to, well, before I do the pollens and the details of the splatterings, I'm gonna clean up some of the edges, the bigger shapes first, and then I'll save that for the end. All right, keep going. So there, you can always use a toothbrush too, but I'm using this tapping splattering technique because the area I want these pollens to go is relatively limited. Like a toothbrush, it'll spread a little bit further and it'll create more spots too. A little bit down here. Yeah, that's pretty much it.